So I think I'm going to be putting KSI in the bottom tier. Here's why. Today I'm going to be doing a boxing tier list. JC Movie Reviews 6000 actually suggested me to do this video. Quick heads up, the funny parts in these tier list videos are always the other people trash talking them, which is what I'll be doing, even though any of these boxers could flick me and I'd get instantly knocked out. But I mean, if any of you big influencers are watching, I do lift 5-pound weights. I put a bunch of people on this list. Some of them you probably think shouldn't be on the list, but I base it off relevancy and skill, and if they could just hop on a card right now. That being said, let's get right into it. First up, we got Bryce Hall. I put Bryce Hall on this list because there is a small clip of him hitting pads, and if I were to say so myself, he looks pretty fast. There's also talk about him fighting Lil Yachty, quote, if the bag's big enough. I think I'm going to be putting him at amateur level. Next up, we got Josh Bruckner. This guy is a YouTuber, but more so a professional MMA fighter. He used to participate in MMA and now has become a YouTuber and now wants to do YouTube boxing. I think I'm going to put him at pro just because he does have a fighting background. Jay Swingler. First of all, I'm just gonna say this guy's the biggest joke of 2018. His fight was so insanely bad you can't even put words to it. I'll roll the clip of him getting beat up by one of the worst YouTube boxers.
It's just non-stop pressure from Gibbo. It's the same old story. And I said it would be like this, but Jay hasn't got an answer for it right now. Gibbo, relentless.
I think it speaks for itself. Jay was in the red shorts, and well, he sucked. I'm gonna put him in Journeyman as quite evidently he was the punching bag in the match. Raka. This dude looks like he can fight somewhat. Here's a quick clip.
Hands go straight up.
Wow. Good answers from Raka, and he's going straight ahead.
But I feel like if he went up against anyone with a little strength and training, he could do pretty well. I'll slot him in amateur for now. Alright, now we got Taylor Holder, another one of them TikTokers, but surprisingly, he doesn't look too bad. Of course, he's not had a match yet, so I'm going to put him in amateur with the rest of the beginner boxers. Do I have to speak on Slim? Here's a quick picture of him. No offense, but this guy literally is the worst. Watch how lame and weak his fighting is.
Yeah, I mean, the first and the last rule.
Buddy, Nate could literally put you to sleep, and he's already tucked in. I get they retired, but aren't they trained to last more than the first round? Putting him in Journeyman. My guy's a bean, once again. Uzi, you're an idiot. I don't care what anybody else says. Journeyman. Now here's where it gets worse. Wasabi, another YouTuber, got knocked out by Fuzi, the previous guy. I think I'm gonna have to slot him in Journeyman. Okay, finally, we're actually getting to some people that can box somewhat. Deji. I'm gonna put Deji in pro. Jake Paul did beat Deji a couple years ago, but that kid did put on a show. He might not have been the most experienced in the ring, but there was lots of hype for it, and I'm sure it sold out. Jake Paul, that dude is a legit beast when it comes to boxing. He's won every fight so far, but keep in mind he hasn't really boxed anyone that's too impressive, meaning his opponents weren't crazy good, although he does look very professional when he does box. My favorite clip of him is definitely when he put little baby Nate to sleep.
He's singing the hymns. He's trying to get
He needs some milk.
Obviously, he's going to legend due to his skill and the lead up that he has on his fights. Logan Paul. Logan is bigger than Jake. He may have lost one match and have a draw, but you need to look at the competition that they have. He's only fought KSI, and both fights were really close. If he fought anyone else, he would easily win just due to his size. He has to go up there in legend as well. Not to mention, he's fighting Floyd Mayweather. Wonder what's gonna happen there. The dude that beat up Logan Paul, KSI. I think I'm gonna have to put KSI in the bottom tier. Here's why. I'm just kidding. For sure, he's going into legend. He's not my favorite YouTuber, but you gotta respect the W. Yeah, the W. These last two people you probably think should not be on this list because they're barely YouTubers, let alone boxers. But I had to add them. Dixie, Damelio, and Addison Rae. I'll just put them both in Journeyman to save us some time. I know many of you would not agree with me on this list, so if you make any changes, make sure to comment them down below. Like the video before you go. That was the official boxing tier list, in my opinion. I hope to see you all next week. Take care.